Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Talks with Franklin Live on Instagram. If you're listening to us on 91.3 Lagos Talks, this is going to be a very, very interesting interview. Very interesting interview this evening. How's everyone doing? It's a rainy evening in Lagos. How's everyone doing? This is Talks with Franklin Live on Instagram. If you're listening to us on radio, 91.3 Lagos Talks, my name is Ubi Franklin. How's everyone doing? Hope you're doing fine. All right. So my guest today is a brother, is a friend. We've known ourselves for a minute. DJSPINALL, hardworking guy. You know, some of you want to see Chef Chi. She was here now, you didn't come. Chef Chi was here, you didn't come. So, very hardworking guy. Trust me, you'll enjoy this chat today with DJSPINALL. Let's see if he's available right now. Okay. So how's everyone doing? Good to have all of you here. All right, we're waiting for DJSPINALL. We're going to be talking to DJSPINALL soon. If you're listening to us on 91.3 Lagos Talks, let's start having our chat while we wait for DJSPINALL. So how's everyone doing? Excuse me. So for those of you that have been crying, where is Chef Chi? Chef Chi came on the show and I didn't see any of you. So we had to go. How's everyone doing? So yeah, like I was saying, I have a lot of memories with DJSPINALL. We've hustled this game together. We traveled together. We've hustled, basically. We've hustled very well. But it would be very great to interview DJSPINALL today, and let's have a conversation about. Our conversation is focused on global domination. You know, there are a lot of guys that you see them and you understand that they're focused. And DJSPINALL is one of them. He's a very focused guy. He knows what he wants. He knows where he's going to. You know, he knows what he wants to become. You know, he's a guy that I see and he inspires me by his work ethic, the things that he does. If he wants something, he wants it right. You know, he doesn't go under any rules. He sets his own rules. So it will be a great opportunity to interview him today. So we're waiting for him to come on. So yeah. What does this say? Okay. All right. So yeah. So yesterday we had fun on the show, and we're talking to a sex therapist that said a few things about what is currently going on in marriages and relationships across the world, right? And it was really great to listen to her, and really great to hear her speak. Someone said, why do I always look serious during my interviews? I'm a serious person. Though. You want me to smile? Credit my account and I'll smile. DJ Big N in the building. I see you, bro. So yeah. So if you watched that interview yesterday with the sex therapist, she said we need to prepare women for 45 minutes before we. I'll bring her on the show again next week. Let's further that conversation. Yeah, I'll bring her on the show next week again. Let's further that conversation. We're waiting for our guest. We're waiting for our guest, DJSPINALL. He's going to come live with us shortly. Someone say, how is Davido? Davido is fine, I guess. I'm very, very sure he's fine. What's the question? It's always 20 minutes back, and they do. And they work 2 jobs. Abio, I'm not Davido's keeper. Can I share my juice? Take. So yeah, we're chilling and waiting for our guest to come on. Someone say, are you married? Let me call, I guess. You want to marry me, Abby? If you want to marry me, come on. Please, you people should ask sensible questions. Abby, ask sensible questions. Oh. All right, while we wait for our guests, I want to take questions. DJSPINALL is coming on soon. While we wait for our guests, I want to take questions. You can ask me questions now. I'm going to take questions while we wait for our guest, DJSPINALL. We'll be on soon. Advice for entrepreneurs: don't live above what you make. So I was having a conversation today, and was the same thing we're talking about. Same thing we're talking about entrepreneurs. When you make money from a business, for example, when you make money from a business, say okay, you invested 10 million in a business and you made an extra 10 million, that's 20 million. Some entrepreneurs, what they do is they flex with the 10 million. So the most advisable thing I tell you to do is, if you invested 10 million in a business and the business came out good and you made out an extra 10 million, that's, you made 100% of your money back. So the best thing for you to do is not eat the 10 million profit, is to invest at least 9 million, 90% or 80% of that money back into the business. So if you invested 10 million, for example, and you made 10 million, that's 20 million. You took out 1 million to sort out bills and you return back 19 million into the business. That means that business now has the capacity to grow from a 10 million naira business that it has grown to a 20 million naira business. It has the capacity now to grow to about 40 million. So that's one advice I always give entrepreneurs, because we always feel like a lot of businesses are positioned from hand to mouth right now, and it's not good. All right, what's the next question? Thank you for loving my show. What's the next question? Let's hear the next question. Hold on, I think something is going on. Let's hear the next question while we wait for our guest. Good evening, boss. My question is, how did you arrive at this stage? I really want some steps. All right. How did I arrive at this stage? Let me pin your question. I arrived at this stage by waking up every day understanding that Nigeria as a government don't owe me nothing. Nobody owes me anything. All I have to do is wake up every day, work hard, work smart, take risk, fail, learn new things, and move on. Okay? That is how I have been able to get to this point of my life. So all you need to do if you want to get to the point, get not even to my point. I've not even gotten to where I want to be, right? I'm still hustling, you know. I want to get to a point in my life where I can buy 10 houses in a day. I can buy an aircraft if I want to. I can help my community. I can help build my community. I can help build build a society. You know, so I'm still a work in progress. So you need to understand that you can never get to be like somebody. You can never get to the level where somebody is. So as much as possible, what I always advise is carry your own cross. Make sure that your cross is standing strong on you, and keep moving. Don't depend on no one. Depend on yourself to make the change. So that's my advice. How can someone know how to gain audience to a business? What's the step to take? Well, already on the internet, it's difficult to actually trust people, vendors on the internet. Now, that's why I started something like Expose My Business. Because on Expose My Business, what we basically do is try to put my face to your business, helping you create that image for people to say, okay, you know what? If this guy has come on Ubi Franklin's show, that means the guy knows that his face can be, we can use his face at any time if he defrauds us, right? So a lot of people are not selling or people are not buying from you because you are faceless, right? And on the internet today, it's difficult for you to pay your money to somebody and say, okay, let me pay you 100,000 naira for a product. I don't know you. I don't know if you run away with my money. All I know about is your Instagram page. So you need to do a lot of work. You need a lot of testimonials from people who have bought from you. You need to make sure that you are as accessible as possible. It will help you grow on the internet. So our guest is here. DJSPINALL is in the building. Our guest is here. DJSPINALL in the building. Is in the building. How is everyone doing? Our guest is here. If you're listening to us on radio, 91.3 Lagos Talks, you have DJSPINALL in the building. DJSPINALL is in the building. If you're listening to us on radio right now, yes.
Ubi Franklin.
You know, my guy from way back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want to get a drink.
Spinall.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sure. You know, I was telling them on my show the other day, remember the time where you and I went to, it was a rainy evening, so we went to go and hustle at Two Faces house in Festac, and then they kept us outside that mango tree, the mango tree outside Two Faces house, and then Two Face came out of the balcony and said, let those two guys come in. You know, when I see you every day, I always say this. I always say, listen.
Oh my God.
And every young guy out there, you need to be legit. If you are legit, you can make it. You know, yes. there are no elevators to success.
No shortcut.
Right? No shortcut.
No shortcut. No shortcut.
It's good to have you on the show, brother? Bro.
It's good to have you. I'm trying to get.
Fine, bro. You know, they're listening to us. My show is syndicated on radio.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so Lagos Talks 91.3. Lagos Talk is a sister radio station as Beat FM and Beat FM.
Oh, sick.
And Niger FM, yeah. So we're syndicated on radio, so everyone can hear us
Oh, sick.
around Lagos right now, though they are, whether they are tuned on Instagram or not. So
Oh,
let's
dope.
start this conversation. I don't want it to be. Let's talk. So, looking at you every day, bro, I always see this. I know where we are coming from. I know how we've hustled from having nothing to getting to where we are.
Yeah.
And one person I know that is very resilient, you keep pushing for the best, is DJ Spinall. That's why the topic for today is global domination, because there's a global brand about you. There's a signature you built for yourself, right? And that's why
Respect.
you are who you are right now. So what, sitting down looking at yourself, right? What is that thing that you can actually tell yourself that is what motivates or what makes you every day on this to understand that you can become a global brand that you already are, and you can be pushing for it? Because there are many DJs in Nigeria, there are many DJs in Africa, but DJ Spinall stands out. What's that thing you constantly do?
Thank you very much. Thanks for the compliments. I will say that I just always want to be better at anything I do. I have absolute passion for what I do. I always know that there's always a next level to everything you do in life.
Yeah,
You can, if you start small and you stay focused, you can elevate and be better and be better. So from time, I've always wanted to just do more. I believe I can do way more, and it's always about, just having the zeal to go and having passion for life and passion to succeed. So that's what it is.
all right, let's dive straight into branding. You're one of the very, very few DJs in Nigeria who have a brand. If I'm waking up, if I sleep and I just wake up, I turn and I look at someone wearing the cap, I'll know that this is DJ Spinall. So for someone watching you right now, how were you able to identify yourself and position your brand with first the cap, and also know that, okay, if you're doing everything, you have to come clean? How were you able to do? Let's talk about branding.
Wow. I would say that when I started DJing, there are a lot of DJs that I looked up to, but there was one common challenge, which is identifying what DJ is what DJ. And oftentimes, while I was growing up, when I started DJing, there were a lot of DJs that I didn't even recognize what they look like. And I always just hear the names on radio, DJ Funk Flex, who's DJ Funk Flex, who's DJ Ortega, who's DJ Slim. Like, we hear these names on radio. Oh, Friday Night Jam, a particular DJ is killing it. So I felt like that was, in a way, hindering their talent. Usually when people mention Adekunle Gold, you know who that is. When they mention Davido, you know who that
Yeah,
is. DJs, they're
yeah,
always were always behind the scenes, because back then they don't shoot videos. It was the musical videos that made a lot of people know who the artist was. So you can easily
yeah,
put a face to their name, and DJs DJ and they don't, make music. So a lot of people didn't recognize who they were.
yeah,
So when I started out, I always knew that was a big challenge and it was going to affect my bigger goals and the things I wanted to do in life. So
yeah,
I thought about who I am as a person before I decided I was going to be wearing the cap. I thought about who I am as a person, what my goals are, what matters to me, where do I come from, what is that one thing that it is sort of like synonymous with, like, where I'm from. So I remember that back while I was growing up, my dad loves to go to parties, and is always, whenever you see him with a cap on, you know that it's about to go spray money at some
down.
parties. That was almost like the key that, oh, this man is about to go out. So it was, you would see him in front of the mirror and he would be like, "Mommy, what's in low? Bye bye." And that will give me the vibe that, oh, this man is going to parties. Also, I started thinking about what people usually say every time I DJ. So most times when I'm done DJing, or people walk up to me and be like, "Yo, that was a mad ass party. That was the crazy ass party. That was a crazy," there was always this
Mm.
That was crazy, crazy, crazy. So we sat down with my team and we said, every time we're done DJing, people always use the word crazy to define what we've just done. So I'm like,
Mm.
crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm not, I did think I'm not mad though, but crazy, crazy, crazy. So I said that was a crazy house party. So I was thinking initially that I wanted to start something around cap and somebody saying crazy. So I said T for D, then C crazy, A P. That's the cap. That's the crazy ass party.
Yeah.
So that was how
Yeah.
we formed the cap. We designed the brand, then
Mm.
boom. That's how we came to here.
Wow. So, for me, you have your identity and your, I've seen you work. Like you remember when we're working on the song Baba featuring Kiss Daniel. I knew that Spinall, you see, trust me, I have known you, but when we're working on that song, it just gave me an understanding into the kind of, see, if you want to be good, if you want to become better in life, you have to wake up every day and work.
Facts.
A lot of people work the work, so they talk the talk, but they don't work the work. As a
Yeah.
DJ, you know what your rights are. I saw DJ
Facts.
Spinall. Guys, listen. DJ Spinall brought out a split sheet. He brought out everything that needed for a documentation of a song. Trust me, respect to you, man. And
Thank you.
you've done songs with Whiskey and the likes. But you see, it's not about doing songs with artists. You understand the business side of the entertainment industry. So now trying to brand yourself, I'm sure you are not even, you cannot even mistake anything. Person said at the sweet mouth, see, if you know my
They
relationship
don't
with Spinall,
understand. They
how
don't
we've come,
understand.
the years we've come, you understand
Internet,
that,
internet don't confuse people.
you know,
They don't understand.
see, exactly. So I wish they can teach history, right? If they can teach history more in Nigeria, we'll understand people's journey. Because these days they just
Yeah,
see journeys on social media of already
yeah,
made people. How did you make
yeah.
that? How do you
It's
come
true.
up with that journey?
And
What did
that's
you
the
do to get
problem.
there?
And that's the big problem today. Like people want to be successful, but without putting in the work. Like people have
Yeah.
no clue what we do that is not on the internet.
Right.
People have no
I yeah,
idea
I
of what we do that it's not that we did not post on the internet. They have no idea. All they see is finished work. They don't know the process it takes to put out a record. They don't know what you've done. Let's not go into details. Hopefully one day they would, understand.
all right. So for someone like you, looking at how much music you put out, um, yes, you don't sing. I call DJs the culture pushers, you know, and the assistant culture pushers, I always call them the guys in diaspora. Now, if your song is played today in Nigeria, automatically that song is playing somewhere, wherever a Nigerian is that knows about Nigerian music. Being a culture pusher, how do you feel when you travel abroad to play and you know that you're playing Afrobeat or Nigerian music and people are happy to see Nigerian music? How do you feel about that?
I would say that sometimes some of them come at first, it was with a shock, like, oh, wow, interesting, Then later, I'm used to it, and it feels great to know that we can make something in Okokomaiko and somebody in Beverly Hills, California is rocking to it. I would say that that's just to tell you that we're in a new age. Shout out to technology. But more importantly, I would say shout out to the Nigerians that are living in the diaspora. The Nigerians
Yeah,
here are like bullies when it comes to promoting Nigerian content, Nigerian vibes.
yeah.
Nigerians that live here will literally go and knock on their neighbors next door to say, "Hey, have you heard of jollof rice? You need to taste it." Like Nigerians living outside of Nigeria have become like ambassadors for Nigeria. And I would say that they have done so much work. Big shout out to all the Nigerians living outside of the country. If you've not had to travel outside, you might not see it. But the Nigerians outside of Nigeria are actually very vocal. They are very spot on with their approach to preaching about the good Nigeria. They are like, some of them are even topping the charts when it comes to be medical doctors in Texas. You have more Nigerian doctors than any part of the world. Look, all I can just say is big shout out to all the Nigerians and Africans in diaspora. They're doing a great job.
Okay, so looking at the Nigerian entertainment industry, where there's a conference coming. There's a conference coming up, which is the Music Week Nigeria. And over the weeks, we've been discussing about the issues between the record label and the artist. Having been in the industry this long, what do you think over time? What do you think is the thing we can do to change the situations? What would be your suggestion if you were given the mic now and said, Spinall, this is your mic. Give us a suggestion on how we can settle the issues that lie between the Nigerian entertainment industry, majorly between the artist and the record label.
Wow, that's complex. That's a very big question.
Try.
The issue of record label and the artist is very complex, very, very multifaceted, very multi-layered. But what I think is the foundation. 90% of the deals, 90% of the signings, record labels and artists, the foundation is wrong. When the foundation is wrong, there's no amount of things you can build on it. It's done. It's not going to work. So foundation is wrong can be from the aspect of the artist expecting miraculous things. They don't manage their expectations. It could be wrong on the foundation that the record label thinks that once it signs the artist, it will just start making money. So once the foundation is wrong, a lot of things will not work. For someone like myself, I will never sign anybody who has no lawyer. I will never sit down with any creative talent and say, yes, this is your contract, sign. No, I would probably need you to bring in a lawyer to the meeting, to the conversation, because half of the time, these artists do not understand what is written in the contract. They don't. Whether you go to, it's not about going to school. The way contracts are worded to explain what has been written in there. It is not about going to school. It is not about understanding English. You need a professional to interpret what has been written in your contract. So for myself, I can't sign anybody who does not have a music lawyer. And when I say lawyers, I don't mean charge and bill lawyer or property lawyer. There are entertainment lawyers.
Full entertainment lawyers.
And there are even, music lawyers, even in entertainment lawyers. There are lawyers that justify contracts for movies. There are lawyers that do other things in aspect of entertainment. So it's difficult to sign someone who does not understand the terms and conditions of their contract. Because in the future, sometimes some of them feel cheated. Sometimes some of them don't even understand that this contract is in their favor. You could sign a contract with someone and you don't even know what you've just signed. But with the help of a lawyer, the lawyer will let you know that what exactly do you want out of this deal. Then we can now collectively build the contract around those things that you're looking for. I think that half of the time, artists are looking for miracle workers. They're looking for someone who will turn water to wine without bringing something to the table. If you look at in the last 5 years, all the people record labels have signed, whether Sony Music, whether Atlantic Records, they are not signing anybody who has not brought nothing to the table. Yep. They are not signing anybody who has nothing on their name. They are signing only somebody who has come forward with material, someone who is already known, someone who, even if they are not like known on a global stage, but in their locality, they are known. They've been putting out music. It's easy for me to invest in someone who has invested in themselves. If you have invested
Yep.
in yourself, you've spent your own money on yourself. I've seen results from what you have done for yourself. I can then,
Yeah.
back it up because you understand equity, you understand business, you understand things at a bigger perspective. So it is important to answer your question. I would say it is very, very important to work with lawyers. It is also very important to honor contract. So even if you have lawyers and you've signed, it is important to honor the contract. It is also important to be punished if you don't honor the contract. And the fans need to understand that when somebody signs contract, you've signed. There's no, oh, they're not
Yeah.
treating me well. Oh, they sent me out of the house. They collected the car. Mr. Man, sorry. This is business. There's no personal attachment to it. In as much as you
Yeah.
want to do well, understand that it's business for the record label as well. So hopefully we will get to educate ourselves. We will get to read and learn. Also, the new artists today, they're looking at history that did not favor certain artists that they've chosen as mentors. Most artists are picking the wrong set of artists for mentors. They're looking at artists who have gotten away, luckily, with a situation. And those are the people that are looking at as mentors. And I always tell people, like, it can catch up with you in a very bad way. So it is important to understand what you're about to get into before you get into it.
Okay. Something just popped up on my phone right now. Let's talk about DJs. You see, I don't think DJs need to be. I don't think people need to say, "Oh, respect the DJ, respect the DJ." If Do you think that artists give DJs the respect that they truly, truly deserve?
Excuse me. Your question is, do I think artists give respect to the DJs like they deserve?
Yeah.
My answer will be respect is hand.
Right.
Nobody gives anybody respect unless they hand it. There's a way you earn your own respect. You don't like, I would respect basically everybody by, culture, respect yourself. But also when you respect yourself as an individual, it is only right that people around you will respect you as well. So in my opinion,
Definitely.
artists, industry folks, they don't hold anybody anything, in my opinion. You don't hold me respect, but I know for a fact that if you don't respect yourself, you will be disrespected. So DJs, how are you moving around the artist? How are you positioning yourself around the artist? Are you are you coming across as someone they can disrespect? Are you moving funny? Are you placing yourself in a way that people can talk to you anyhow? So I would say that respect is usually hand. People don't hold you anything. If you respect yourself, you'll be respected.
Okay, so for that's a very, very brilliant answer you've given there. So let's talk about DJs that play for artists, for example, or DJs that work directly with artists. Do you think that when they are the manager of the artist or the booking agent of the artist is negotiating money for the artist, he should always include the DJ fee to the negotiation so that if the DJ is going with the artist, he gets his money for going, not the artist waiting to pay him from the show from his own money. So, for example, if a Davido is traveling and Davido has Equal, and he knows, okay, Equal's money should be negotiated for Equal separately, or Davido is saying, oh, if you are paying me 10 million, don't forget that X amount of money from my 10 million is for the. Do you think that those negotiations should be had for DJs that work with artists directly, that play for artists?
So to answer that, I think it goes both ways. And like I said, it depends on the foundation that you've set and how you want the business to be run. So for instance, my own advice to DJs who work for artists is put yourself first. Put yourself first. Understand that what you're doing for somebody else, it's a partnership. And it must be treated as a partnership. If you're signed to, let's say you're signed to a label, the label has an artist, it is the label's job to basically, understand that you're signed to this label as well as the artist is signed to the label. So
Yeah.
there's no greater talent on this label. So you can be signed into the label or individual signing to the artist. For instance, when I started doing artist DJ, my first artist I was signed to was with Black Diamond Records, was Wande Cole. So at the time I signed with Wande Cole, he was doing a lot of tours in different parts of the world. One day, and myself had an understanding that for every gig you get, this is what I get paid for. So there was no need for my own team to discuss with whoever is bringing the gig. So it is important to set the foundations right from the start. Look, 90% of the issues is because of the foundation. People do not spell out things. They don't talk about things until it becomes an issue. So if you're joining forces with someone for things like that, it is important to have conversations. Also, I will say this, for new DJs, everything is not always about money. And if you understand that you have a vision of what you're trying to do, understand that money. I see so many people run after money and they don't still get the money. Relationship is everything. Relationship can bring you more wealth than you can ever think of. Build the right relationship. Understand what your artist is trying to achieve. Do your part in helping him achieve it. And also build leverage while you're doing that. Chasing money, go see the money. The money will run from you, self, when you chase them anyhow, So that's my advice.
You just said something now that has been when people ask me, Ubi, how did you become? I always say, listen, I was working with an artist, or I've been working with different artists, different people within the entertainment cluster. And how did I become who I am? Simple. I did my work. I worked hard. I worked smart. Now people feel like I just woke up one day, boom, I became Ubi Franklin. And like I said at the beginning of this interview, I've stood outside Two Faces' house, myself and DJSPINALL, years ago, and it was raining. We were outside waiting because we needed to get access into Two Faces' house.
Yeah.
Manager kept us outside. So these are things that people don't know. So you need to grind. You see, these days nobody wants to grind. They want to just wake up, boom, buy Bentley, boom, buy house in Lekki, boom. Hakidi, Hakidi. Hakidi is in the building.
Hakidi. Hakidi. Oh my God.
Hakidi is in the building. So these are people that we hustle from way back. Do you understand? So for me, like I always say to people, right? Entertainment industry is not plug in and plug out. No, it will not work for you. Spinall, you are seeing here, guys, if you're listening to me. Yeah, Spinall, you are seeing here, guys, if you're listening to me. I've seen him hustle from taking bikes to owning a kabu car, to entering bus, to owning a car of his own, that is, to doing songs with top artists in Nigeria. It's process. It's process. So a lot of them come to the industry and feel like, oh, boom, let me start wearing cap. Or, have you ever had conversations with maybe intending DJs or artists that want to get into the industry? Their conversations are one of the most annoying conversations, some of them. You know what they say?
Yeah.
So I was having an A&R session one time, and one artist said, look at, you see, when the video comes out, you see, the video can wear a normal T-shirt without even if there's no name on it, you think like a brand. And when he finished talking, you know what I said to him? I said, come, Davido has built something stronger than the t-shirt, even if he's wearing a BYC shirt or whatever he's
Facts.
wearing. If
Facts.
there's no name, you are buying it as an expensive t-shirt because it's Davido that's wearing it. He has done his job. Now,
Leverage.
having said this, right, what are those constant conversations if you want to advise an artist or a DJ that
Yeah.
wants to come into the industry? What are the things you are going to tell them? Because everybody seems to be in a hurry. Everybody wants to make it today, today,
Yeah.
today. They want to blow. You understand? Now, what would be that advice you always give them, those guys that want to come into the industry?
It's always very hard to give advice. And the reason is because half of the time, people have premeditated whatever they want to hear and what they want to do in their head. But if they can listen, and genuinely, what I would say is have a plan. Have a plan before you start anything. Whether you're coming into the DJing business or coming into whatever business you want to go into, always have a plan. Number two, understand that the people you're looking at, that you're looking up to, some of them, it took them 15 years to be where they are. So if you're coming into the game in 2020, understand that someone you're looking at that is doing it, just know that you need roughly 10 to 15 years. So those people you're looking at, in as much as they're your mentors, understand that it's a process. And don't take anything for granted. Don't take anything for granted. What makes success is little bits of sums of hard work and effort and strength. That's what makes success. Like, don't be in a hurry, be patient. Always think of ways to do it differently. Always think of ways to do it differently. I tell people it is possible. It is possible. All you just have to do is think and try to do it differently. So the list of things I can advise on are so long, but I just want to encourage anybody out there that no matter whatever business you're into, just know and believe solely that you're like the boss and you're the one that will decide if the business will be successful or if it will fail. So my advice is be patient, be dedicated, put God first, work hard, be nice to people. Trying to outsmart someone and think that's way to business, that's all those things are like weaknesses. Stay focused, stay informed, educate yourself. Yes, that's another thing a lot of people try not to do. Whatever business you do, like read up on it. We have phones. People are buying phones worth almost $1 million, but all they use on it is Facebook and Instagram, Twitter. These phones that you are spending thousands of naira on, people are begging to own phones only to use it for Instagram and Twitter. This phone can change your life. This device, everything you want to ask me, I want to ask it. You can ask this phone first. And if you dig deep, the deeper you go, I always say, when you learn, you're less afraid. It's like having a Google map. If you're going somewhere and you don't know where you're going and you put the address on the Google map, the moment it comes up and shows you where you're headed to, there's some sort of confidence that comes and you want to go. That is what happens when you study.
Wow. So,
Baba, which one be this
hold
wow,
on.
what you just do?
You just connected something. You just connected something that a lot of people don't do. You see, today, people use their phones to troll people.
Yeah.
They use their phone. If there was a girl here, what people use their phones to do these days is really crazy. If there was a girl here twerking on this live video, there'll be at least 10,000 people watching. But you see, once the content is educative, people don't want to listen to that education. Now, That's the reason. Someone wrote on Twitter today. He said he thinks that successful doctors, lawyers, successful entrepreneurs, people that have done legit businesses across Nigeria, that are Nigerians, they need to start coming out to show off how they got to where they are. Because right now, what is on the internet is, what is on the internet is boys who have done fraud, or girls who have gone to collect money from sugar daddies and then show
Yeah.
up on social media. Now, those are the inspiration that is out there. Those are the things that people are actually seeing out there, which is actually wrong. DJ Big
Shout
N
out
in the
DJ Big
building,
N.
you know,
Shout out DJ Black. Shout
you know.
out all
So
DJs and the legends. Everybody.
yeah, what we actually teach people is very important. In like our industry, anybody that says, I don't think anybody can ever come and meet me and say, "Oh, DJ Spinall this." I know those that we all hustle together. You know, now a lot of young people don't want to hustle. They believe that hustle is painful. But you see, you know what? The time it takes you to look for free money is the same time it will take you to look for legit money. I always tell them this thing. For example, if you're a Yahoo boy and you have to talk to a Mugu on the phone and give the Mugu all those things, that is negotiation.
Yeah.
You can use that to become a salesman. Do you understand?
Facts.
You can use that to become a salesman. So for me, yeah, it's very important in our industry, yeah, for us to start pushing this kind of thing in, because a lot of people also believe that, oh, because DJ Spinall is big and he's a brand, he has millions of followers on social media. If I come in, I can be a DJ Spinall by just wearing a cap. Nope.
Yeah.
DJ Spinall has come through a process to start
Yeah.
wearing a cap and get his brand identity. So,
You're right.
well, I want to say thank you for coming on the show, but we have to play a game. Are you ready for that?
I will say, before we play the game, I will say that what
Yeah.
you just said is very powerful. And I
Yeah.
want to thank you for saying that. I feel like today's, I don't know, maybe it's today's people, maybe that's just the nature of the world, but I feel like people's priorities are so off. I see people, they say, oh, that person is a bad person, but you see them there commenting and they're there alien the person. And you see the ones that are doing the right job, doing it the right way, and they don't get no support. So my advice is, if you want something, if you're real with yourself and you're genuine with yourself that you want something, go out and reach out for it. Reach out for it in the most organic, in the most hardworking, dedicated way possible. And I genuinely think that put your mind to whatever you want to do and do it. You know, people, there's been fraudsters since the beginning of time. There've been 419ers from the
Yeah.
beginning of time. It's just sad that in today's world, people are seeing people who are doing business legitimately. They are seeing people who are hawking things on the street. They don't just to stop somebody on the street and just encourage them and support them. You're seeing people who are doing things the right way. They don't get support. You'll see fans, you see people either on the page of who they think is rich, who actually is not rich. You see them there. That's where their effort is. Then they go home back to nothing. You've just wasted your time spending time on things that do not count. In my opinion, I would say that prioritize whatever you want to do. Understand that it is important for you to change the course of your life, and nobody's going to do that for you. So my advice is, everything is not always funny on the internet. Like, let's use this internet and learn more. I myself, I've acquired so many, because I have a lot of mentors that I really, really want to learn from. And it's been so difficult to get in touch with them. It's been so difficult to meet them. I use my phone. I paid for masterclass. I didn't learn anything on it. To be honest with you, I didn't learn. It was just almost like, but I went on YouTube, and started asking questions, and I'm seeing results right away, like instantly. So I feel like, you know, we can do better, and we will get results when we do.
All right. That was great. We're going to play a game, and let's see how. This game is for your fans to get to know you, and if you're ready, we can go.
I'm ready.
Okay, moi moi or akara?
You're breaking. Come again.
Moi moi or akara?
Moi moi. All day.
Pami or beer?
Beer.
Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Cold shower or hot shower?
Warm shower, I beg.
All right, juice or water?
Water. Def.
SUV or sedan?
Mm. Oh, I just bought Maserati on Sudan.
Okay, text message or phone call?
Oh, text message, please.
NEPA light or generator?
Oh man, I just show up also. Oh my God, that's funny.
Eba or fufu?
Eba, all day.
Draw soup or vegetable soup?
Draw.
Roasted corn or boiled corn?
Ah, not a fan of corn to be honest, but I'll pick roasted.
Roasted yam or boiled yam?
I'll say body yam.
Um, ah, Cognac or whiskey?
Ah, vodka.
Vodka, okay. Dodo or plantain chips?
Dodo, death.
Okada or keke napep?
Omo, Okada keke napep. Keke napep drivers are annoying as hell. Okada self problem. Okada or keke napep. I'll pick keke because it's safer in a way. And when it rains,
Okay, yeah, you're covered. House seat or window seat on the plane?
come on. You know I love the views, windows.
Yeah. Vaseline or lotion?
Oh, Vaseline. Lotion makes me sweat.
Wedding or concert?
Oh, weddings, and I'll explain why.
Club or house party? Okay, tell me why wedding.
Okay, so I love concert, no doubt, but whenever I DJ at weddings, I'm connected with a couple, and when they have
Yeah,
kids, I'm in their sort of little new life, so it's beautiful.
yeah, nice. Strategically, businessman. Okay. Club or house party?
Ah, that's a tough one. There are some club parties that are off the chain, and there are some house parties too that are off the chain. Ah, that's a tough
So it will
one.
be clubhouse.
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse. You mix it. Okay.
That's a tough one.
Lagos or so you have to choose between Lagos and any other city in Nigeria.
Lagos,
What
man.
city would you choose?
Lagos. I was born and
So
bred
you
in
replace
Lagos.
Lagos with Lagos.
Lagos.
Okay.
Gang.
The cap or baseball hat or the baseball cap.
Come again?
Can you hear me? The cap
Yeah, I can hear you now. You said what?
or a baseball cap. The cap or a baseball cap.
Uh-uh. Do we need to ask? Do we need to ask that? We already know.
All right, DJSPINALL, thank you. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Nah,
I really,
anytime,
really
man.
appreciate you for coming. Thank you so much for chatting with me.
Anytime. Thank you for what you're
All
doing
right,
as
man.
well.
Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you for what you're doing
Thank you,
as
man.
well, and educating people and
Thank you.
enlightening them, and hopefully we
Yeah.
all get to see the green light. Shout out to everybody tuned in.
All right.
Love you guys always. Peace.
All right, man. Bye, bro.
Yeah, bye.
To us on 91.3 Lagos Talks. That was DJ Spinall. He's one DJ that is properly branded. He knows his onions. Wherever he's going to, you see him. He's very, very, very put together. I love him. We've hustled together on the streets of Lagos. And I want to say thank you guys for coming on the show today. Stay safe out there. Coronavirus is very, 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 very real. Stay safe out there. Coronavirus is very, very, very real. That's number one. Number two, don't look at someone's life on the internet. Don't look at someone's life on the internet and compare their lives with yourself. Brothers and sisters, if I stole to get here, you might try it and you will not get here. Find a way to fix your own life in a legit form to get to where you are going to. Scam will not get you anywhere. Guys, don't look at the guys on social media or the girls on social media. I'm telling you this thing because I know for a fact, no matter how good you are, the day you are arrested for fraud, that's it. No matter how good you are. But one thing I'll tell you is, you can actually work hard. You can actually be a smart guy on the streets of Lagos, on the streets of Abuja, on the streets of Aba, Owerri, everywhere to make money. Trust me. I put on this Instagram live every day because there's somebody watching me. I'm expecting sponsors. It's stressful waking up every day to know that I have to come on Instagram live to talk to all of you. It's stressful, but see, I love it because having done this the last 12 weeks, I got a sponsor, Glenfiddich. Having done this for the last 12 weeks, I've got a radio show. You can see what hard work brings, consistency. Having done this over the last 12 weeks, we've been able to help people with over 25 million naira raised on this show. I'll tell you something. No matter how clean you think you are, people might still suspect that you do something wrong or you do fraudulent stuff. But my advice to you is this. If deep down in your heart, you know that what you're doing, yeah? Deep down in your heart, you know that what you're doing is wrong. Please, guys, I'll tell you that, see, I've said this, and I want all of you to know this. If you see me on the street, yeah? If you see me on the street entering Uber or Taxify or Instant Ride, or if you see me on the street struggling boss, leave me alone. Don't laugh at me. If you see me on the street driving my Range Rover or driving my Prado or my Land Cruiser or my Lexus, leave me alone. Guys, stop hurrying people. You are the same reason why most of these guys and these ladies go into prostitution, chase people's husbands to get money, or go into fraud to get money. Please don't hurry anybody. Stop laughing at people. If you see someone driving a 1995 car, leave them alone. If you see someone driving a 2010 car, leave them alone. That is what they can afford. Guys, you are one of the reasons why a lot of people are doing what they are doing. But it's not an excuse. We should stay safe. Coronavirus is real. Stop pressuring people. Stay safe at home. If you're listening to us on 91.3 Lagos Talks, my name is Ubi Franklin. Thank you for coming on the show. I love and appreciate all of you. Good night and stay safe. Tomorrow, the up-and-coming show returns. I'll be posting the flyer with the contestants. And we're good to go. Good night. Stay blessed.